The total amount of a certain substance present in a laboratory experiment is given by the formula A is equal to AO times 2 to the H over 5, where A is the total amount of the substance H hours after an initial amount AO of the substance began accumulating. Which of the following expression gives the number of hours it will take an initial amount of 10 grams of the substance to accumulate to 100 grams? So you will need to know how to do logarithms, basics, just basics, to be able to solve this. So I recommend skipping this if you don't know logarithms until you've completed the logarithms lesson, which is a very fast lesson, 15 to 30 minutes, and you really only need to finish the very beginning of it, which shouldn't take you 10 minutes to be able to solve this problem and so many other logarithm problems. But I'm going to continue in this assuming that you already know those basics of logarithms. So we call this a given formula category, and they gave us a formula. We're just going to plug in what they gave us and solve for what they didn't. And so they gave us what A is equal to, which is 100. So plug that in. They gave us what AO is equal to. Also, as a great habit, anytime that you are substituting in anything for variables, it is a great habit to always put parentheses around those things. So this is what they've given us, and we're missing H, and we're supposed to find H. So we're going to get rid of everything we can that isn't H. And so 10 is the easy thing that we can get rid of. 100 divided by 10 is just going to be 10, which leaves us with 2 to the H over 5. Now, we can't easily solve this with back solving. You could try to back solve here to see if either of the numbers that you can plug in, the 5 or the 25, work, but they do not. If we put in 5 for H, it just makes it 2 to the 1 power, which 10 does not equal 2. If we put in 25 for H, it equals 2 to the 5 power, which also does not equal 10. And so neither F or G is an answer. But back solving is a great way just to check. So we are going to have to turn it into a logarithm. Even if you didn't recognize that you needed to turn it into a logarithm, you could see that the answers are in logarithmic form and therefore realize I'm going to have to turn this into logarithmic form. So we're going to go ahead and convert this from exponential form, which is what it's in now, to logarithmic form. All that you're going to do is switch the exponent and the answer to be able to get this. The base will stay the same. Okay, so the base on the logarithm is the little number that is below, and the other two numbers are just going to switch. So now we have log 10 base 2 is equal to H over 5. And so we want to get H by itself. To get H by itself, we're just going to multiply H over 5 by 5. And therefore, we can just multiply that logarithm by 5. And when you multiply logarithm by 5, it's just going to become the coefficient, the number out front. And then you're just left with H. So we know that 5 times log 10 base 2 is going to be equal to H, which is answer J.